Good morning, pretty ladies. It's my smile. It's my smile when I don't have coffee. Can I get some good lighting? It's okay. No. Arm is sore from I trained shoulders last night. It's rest day. I'm not a fan of rest days at all whatsoever. Really into the lifestyle. We're kind of like, they're more so a pain in the arse than. I generally didn't take rest days beforehand, and maybe that's why I didn't have good muscle recovery or really good muscle growth. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously I did have something, but it mightn't have been as good as what it could have been. People have asked actually what macros I'm on now, or what macros were I on beforehand. It doesn't make sense. I'm not gonna say it, and I'm not being ignorant or arrogant by saying that, but it's not gonna make sense for me to tell anyone else my macros if you have you could be the same body weight, same height, and very rarely you're going to get someone with the exact same body fat percentage or body composition as you, your exact same activity level. So we could have all them same things in common, but if I came from, I'm just taking for example, which this is not true, if I came from eating 800 calories a day and you came from eating 2000 calories a day, our metabolism rates are going to be completely different. We could put on the same macros all of a sudden. I'll gain muscle, but I will gain fat as well. My metabolism won't be able to handle it, and I'll overload it too much. If even on a lean bulk, girls generally should only eat about 200 calories over their maintenance level. So a maintenance level is neither calorie deficit or calorie surplus, it's just the one in between. Yeah, I just did want to say that because I don't want to seem like a bitch, like not telling people, but they're accommodating to me, and my coach took the time to come out for me. One thing I am gonna say is I am carb cycling. So what that means, I have different levels of carbs every day. Itself into a fat burning furnace. A fat burning furnace. So you are gonna plummet your carbs, and then you're gonna really dip them low and then explode them again. So your metabolism is constantly being shocked because your leptin levels, there's a hormone in your body, so when you're dieting it retracts, and it puts yourself into like a starvation mode, and it tries to hold on as much fat as possible, and we don't want that. Of course, in a short space of time we want to lose as much fat as we can while holding on to as much possible muscle. Yeah, you could lose weight to 3 stone on the scales, but half that could be muscle, and you're actually at the end of it, you're going to slow your metabolism down. So carb cycling is all about shocking your muscles, okay? So I just kind of wanted to say that. I'm gonna get some coffee, gonna get my start BCAAs, I have my Tupperware ready for work, and I just kind of wanted to get this in. Well, so today I took a video of my physique. Just to be plain honest, it's there, I have it. Now, I very rarely doubt I'm going to put it into this vlog, just because, don't get me wrong, on social media you have to be open to critique, negative comments. People, you just have to do it. That's what you're there to be judged. Do you know what I mean? So I'm well open to it, because for that one negative comment you're going to get 25 people writing something absolutely so nice or liking it, or so you have to take the positive out of it. Like, you can't just be a negative Nancy all the time. I can't stand people like that. But don't get me wrong, we all are allowed to moan, but you know, change your fucking mindset. Like, it's anyways, I think it'd be absolutely brilliant for me. It's a very honest video. Yes, you can edit photos or you can get your good angles, but you can't hide from a video. And I know people say, well, I can't Photoshop it. Anyways, I can't Photoshop videos, yeah. In about 4 weeks time, I could use it as like a comparison to show you of progress, I suppose. I did weigh myself, and I did do all my measurements. I'm going to show you all that. That's like a starting point. So yeah, enough of my rambles. I am starving and I should go to work. Like I said, that is the Extend flavor watermelon. So literally a whole, no, perfect. So just get the lid on and shake it up. So in my favourite mug. I think it's quite appropriate, I suppose. I do usually. I put a little bit of the Walden Farms. If you've never heard of Walden Farms, it's a calorie-free sauces, syrups, dressing. So that's what I'm going to put in there because I have such a sweet tooth. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Just wanted to say today's breakfast then, same thing as last time, so but it's 3 whole eggs, 2 egg whites, 50 grams cherry tomatoes, 20 grams chorizo, 15 grams of spinach, and I think it's going to be now 30 grams of the Tesco soft cheese. I don't know why it's rising like that, but you look so good. Good breakfast. Hi guys, me. So just home from work. Real feminine, you know, fine. I found like the prep life has started. I think I've not been weird around, but I've peed about 19 times. I thought I used to drink a lot of water, and if I got probably like a quantity of asparagus as well. I don't know. We talk. I've about 7 Tupperwares in that sink that I have to clean, and I'm slowly getting sorer and sorer throughout the day. At one stage I just caught myself and I couldn't, like the part of my hamstring behind, like just above your knee, like that part, the back of your knee, I'm just like, well no, like it's just say out my program, right, there's one set where there's 60 walking lunges for sets, 60 reps with dumbbells. Like, let's just know, I tried 10. I was like, oh yeah, it's grand. Sure, I just grab 10. I'd be well able for this, like not even thinking of 60. Sure, I can barely count to 10. By the time I got to like 25, I was like, fuck, what's that, man? So I started trying to count it in like 10s. So I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then it stopped. And then I was like, it's a really bad way, because then I was like, oh, I've got another 5 10s, I've got another 4 10s, and it went on like that. So I'm not used to it at all. It's just a different kind of training, but clearly working. So right now I have is low carb, high fat, so I have a good bit of fats left. Flexbowl time. Some Instagram Jesus, I used to put everything into some between, there could be like crunchy nut and Kit Kats, and but you know, not anymore. Still do it with your macros, but just obviously being a lot more nutrient aware, because at the end of the day you're breaking down your muscles every single time you're training. So, and it does, like I feel right now every day counts. I used to get really big sugar cravings, whether it's because I was eating higher sugar content, I'm not too sure, but like I can honestly hands down say I haven't been truly hungry, like hungry or craving, since Sunday. It's like that switch in your brain just goes, right, this is the way to your goal, this is it, no temptation, you're just in this complete focus. Like it's like a tunnel vision where I'm like, okay, all right, this is on for the next 5 months, 4 months, whichever, how long it takes, and I'm in it, like I'm in it 200%. Now obviously that will weigh. Anyways, Flexbowl time. Bowls is like this. I use this yogurt, the Fage yogurt. Yes, I have been told before I say that wrong. I don't care. I don't know what other way to say it. I've always said Fage, so we're gonna say Fage. It's a total 100%. I'm gonna just flip around the macros. 2 seconds. You can see high protein, moderate carb, no, low carb, and no fat. So this is hands down one of the best ones I would use. So I mix it with like tech protein powder in chocolate cookies and cream. Them two mixed together as a base, and then literally just mill toppings on it. So my toppings today are peanut butter and then the 90% Lindt Excellence. That's gorgeous. So I have 100 grams of Fage macroed in bean powder into it said, so it's a bit more flavored, a bit more sweetened. Don't try and eat that bit, okay? Disgusting. Go on and then scoop out. I just think it's more accurate than scooping it into a bowl minus the numbers. Do you know what I mean? That makes any sense. So it's like it's gonna go to like minus 100 here. This is the difference. This is going up onto Instagram. So I have this thing, and I've always even done it with my porridge. If you follow me on Instagram, you said I could do well, still do, different toppings and porridge, but I'd like, literally, I'm so anal about it. I have a way of doing it. I must show you. It's just like the way I cook my porridge and stuff or whatever. Oh yeah, 30 grams of whey protein. That's what I'm putting into it. I usually change bowls, so I will mix it and cook whatever I'm cooking in one bowl, but to post it on Instagram, I have to put it into another bowl. So it's like you're kind of making it Insta-worthy, as we call it. Jesus. Okay, so that was probably a little bit too much, and I'm just gonna stir. They actually mix, powder goes really well into yogurt. The only difference is I always find casein kind of, it turns it into like a pudding kind. I don't like the texture of it. It just dries out the yogurt or something. It's just, it's not very nice. This is the opposite way. You guys may mess this up just because I have a recording. My fats are so high. I have 30 grams of the 90% dark chocolate and 40 grams, which is just a massive amount of peanut butter. The Meridian crunchy. Like, I had such high fats. I've eaten avocado today. I've eaten, what else have I eaten? Almonds. I've eaten eggs. I've eaten soft cheese. I've eaten chorizo. Like, so I'm trying my best to hit the fats in a good way, like introducing coconut oil. I think that's the only way I'm going to start hitting these high fats. Coconut oil is probably one of the best ones without having much carb. Like, I didn't even realise avocado had 9 grams of carbs per 18 grams of fat, so that was a bit of a pain. You're just trying to keep them carbs as low as you possibly can, and any carbs you do have, you're going to be, obviously, logically, you're going to be putting to your vegetables and stuff, so don't sacrifice on your veg for not having your carbs. They say 30 grams. This, it's going on to Instagram. It has to be like perfect squares. No, look, only 2 of them are. Hold on. 2. Okay, right. We'll deal with this one then. 3. Right, hold on. Let's do this for a sec. Just to make sure. 1, 2. Perfect. Right. So which one's that? Dark chocolate is actually great. It's a really good like antioxidant and stuff, what I've heard. So then we're gonna hit on 40 grams. Well, peanut butter said you have to make it Instagram worthy. Like, you can't take a picture and it has to be like around the bowl. It has to be perfectly sitting the outside. I know. The struggle is real, lads. You know, you have to have a standard. You have to on your Flexbowl. I swear I was talking about life problems here. A day in the life, that's what we call this. Day in the life. Or like, you know, ever you're making your oats in the morning, and say if you do, like, you know, sometimes I plan, right, like these posts are going to be nice or whatever, I have time, I'll post on Instagram, and whatever you do, you know, you're half asleep or something and you get the consistency wrong. There's nothing worse. It's too watery, stuff doesn't sit on the top of it. No, you have to hit that right. See? So, and then really, so that's your base, high protein. It's really good as well if you struggle to hit your protein. At the end of the day, you want something sweet, you're kind of a nighttime craver, as I call it. I used to shove like kind of Buenos and everything in this, so we can't really fit any of that stuff in anymore. I might place it. It really is, like, this is the way we all think. Well, me and Sinead, maybe. And Laura, yeah. Lisa actually, I meant to ask her, she has that 99% Lindt chocolate, and I'm dying to try it, but like, she did say it's quite strong, but she kind of calmed down too. So that would actually be a really good one to try and hit my fats. You just gotta make it look pretty. This will probably, it's not gonna be nothing magnificent around. Okay. Sometimes, look, sorry, right, sometimes you'll see the oil in the Meridian, or any, like even like nuts and more or buff bake, they all kind of will go to the top. It's just the natural oil. Just stir it around and try and get the consistency you want, because you'll find that at the end it's really, really dry. Usually it hit like 12 grams or something. Some real random shit like that. And then there's like 6 grams of fat in it, and you're looking at this tiny little teaspoon going, where is that 6 grams of fat? Oh, sure, look. This sounds disgusting. Apologies, guys. So we're gonna hit 40 grams. I don't even know what 40 grams looks like. I actually don't. Half the bowl of peanut butter. Kind of hunger when you're eating high fat. You don't get them sharp cravings because you're just not as can I fix my eyebrows? You're not just as craving that sugar hit. Flexbowl. So one thing I will say about the Flexbowls, they're great. Say for instance you're doing flexible dieting. Oh, but like what can I eat, what can't I eat, what is too overboard, let's say. That's just, I don't even know if that makes sense. You could say you ate clean, good, nutritious, whole meals all day long, and you came home to a Flexbowl. So you did a Flexbowl base like that, then put whatever fits then into your macros after your nutrients, like your nutritious food. You hit your protein, then you play around. Say for example you have 20 grams carbs left, 15 grams of fat, and 35 grams of protein. That's perfect. Do you know what I mean? You have a Quest bar or something like that. It's just something for you to look forward to at the end of the day. Like I can say honestly, now not at the moment, it's very strange, it's like just turned off, but I always would have had an emotional connection to food. Like I'd always like look forward to it. Some people just literally look at food as macros and fuel food, but that I didn't. Do you know, that kind of way? So really good. And I'm gonna tuck in, have to get that Instagram photograph. You know what I'm saying? It's just, that's how we do it. It is Instagram. It's just like you have that one flash highlight where you're like, there, I used 2 bowls. I remember my mom used to go mad because I used to always use up 2 bowls in the morning. She'd be left with nothing for her porridge. No, I'm so nice. So I gave you a bit of an idea. Now that's very, very high fat. That would be irregular for someone to have something like that, but just using that as an example. See you guys.